Trump 2016. Trump 2016.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, where we discuss pop culture on 6th grade reading level. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me is Dion Green.
Yes, and I am the only one here.
Dan Kane.
Oh, shit!
I'm here too, and I guess since he's not here, I'll be Phil for 30 seconds. Wah, diabetes, wah, my foot fell off, wah, I can't breathe right anymore, nobody fucking loves me, wah, fuck your ass.
You need to sound more inbred.
You get
Phil.
a second shot. Go.
One more, alright, wah, no one loves me, wah. I can't keep that going.
Which is also very Phil.
And finally, the prodigal son returns, Dustin McNeese.
Thank you. Pornhub suggestion for this week. If you have to pause the video and jump over now, I suggest it. Cody Lane, Codylane, Blue Room. Now, there are 3 versions floating around. Pick the one with no music. Trust me, you're going to thank me later after you come on your hand in Trump 2016.
Well, that's an amazing start to an amazing episode. Gentlemen, it has been a big week for geek culture. We got tons to talk about. The Doctor Strange trailer, the new Suicide Squad trailer, 2 new Spider-Man films, and a whole lot more. So let's get right into the news. So first, the big thing of this week was the Doctor Strange trailer. You guys all saw it. What'd you think?
That was me throwing up.
I'm really worried that it's going to be Marvel's Inception, so I'm kind of just like, I'm excited for it, but like cautiously excited about it. You know, the city flipping over and the whole bending of reality. I'm like, please don't try to make this like Inception. Please don't.
Well, that's the thing. It looks like The Matrix meets Inception meets that faggoty-ass, ugly cocksucker Benedict Cumberbatch, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Tell us how you really feel, Dustin.
Faggoty ass.
And the main female, that fucking bald alien-looking bitch.
Tilda Swinton?
Tilda Swinton? Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. I don't care what her name is. She's a female. She is so goddamn ugly, and she pops up everywhere and ruins everything she's in.
She plays Bob Dylan in a movie.
Yep.
She was good in Constantine.
Yeah, she was Gabriel. It's awesome.
Was anyone good in Constantine? That movie is shit.
Fuck you.
I'm kind of on Dustin's side. I tried to watch it. The only part I thought was cool was when the guy was trying to drink the water, but couldn't.
Water?
That was alcohol.
Yeah, I don't think you watched the movie all the way through.
He's in the fucking convenience store trying to drink all the shit and nothing.
He's trying to drink all the alcohol, and in his mind it isn't going in, but in reality he's drunk as fuck.
Well, I saw that part. I watched it on Netflix, and I wasn't impressed. It was another DC forgettable.
That tends to happen when you only watch one part of a movie.
I'm actually disappointed that you wasted any time watching that, Jeff. You're better than that.
I know. Fuck you, Dion. I am better than you. We all know it. And by the way, Dan, Tilda Swinton was awesome in Burn After Reading.
I didn't see that.
See, talk about shitty movies.
Oh, sir. You have to see that movie. That could have been on our top 10 comedies.
Ugh.
Anyway, let's just keep talking about Doctor Strange. Dan, you are not a comic book guy, but you saw this trailer. As just a layman, what seemed interesting, if anything?
Yep.
Cool. I thought it was all right. I'll go see the movie, obviously. But Doctor Strange is cool. The reason I'm excited for it is it's going to take us to another plane of existence and dimensions and stuff. We've already been to space in Marvel movies, so now we're going to take it to, like I said, somewhere else that we've never been, and I'm excited for that.
Now, with people like Doctor Strange and the Vision and Scarlet Witch, I mean, these are people that can manipulate reality. Does it almost make people like Iron Man and Captain America obsolete when you have people that can just completely, just a thought, alter reality or eliminate it altogether?
Well, I mean, remember in Age of Ultron, Hawkeye took her out.
Right, and I guess I was basing it off the comics, because isn't there some stories where she can just wish things out of existence?
Oh, No More Mutants, fucking House of M.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are characters that I don't really like.
Well, they're not like all. I mean, they've been bested by people who don't have powers. I mean, there are a lot of storylines. I mean, if you're a hardcore fan of those guys, yeah, I guess that would make, I guess, the more traditional heroes. But overall, I mean, it's kind of, that's just their niche, and yeah, they're really good at that niche. But Scarlet Witch is always, because she has, a lot of emotional baggage bullshit always going on. Doctor Strange is super powerful and Sorcerer Supreme, but he's got into it with regular heroes. So they're not the end all be all in the universe.
Should they be, though? With powers like that, do you think that they're almost getting nerfed and their powers diminished just to make it so the other ones are still relevant and able to fit into a story?
I think they're the ones that need to be made relevant in the story, because you need conflict with any character, and if your character can literally walk into a room like Dr. Manhattan in Vietnam, he just opens his hand and wins the war. It's other things that make him compelling. It's not his ability to just kill everybody with the sleight of hand. And with these psychic characters, I mean, like Jean Grey is apparently the most powerful X-Men or whatever, but she's one of the least interesting too. So I just look at it like whatever makes the most compelling comic book story makes the character good, not necessarily a power set.
Fair enough. I was just, I guess, talking about straight up abilities. Like, is it believable at this point that metahumans at their level can coexist with other heroes? But
well, yeah, I'd say so. Because remember, everyone serves a purpose on their team. Cap may not be the most physically powerful, but it's his skill set that keeps the Avengers effective. Because if Iron Man was in charge, everyone would just do their own thing.
Did you guys catch the new Civil War footage from one of those late night shows?
I did not.
I did not. No, I didn't.
Well, I guess it was the MTV Video Awards or whatever. But
that's why.
What's that?
That was why nobody saw it. Fuck MTV.
Oh. Yeah. No, it was like a straightforward 3-minute clip, and it was just Captain America, Scarlet Witch, and Black Widow just whipping ass together. And I'm still bothered by Scarlet Witch picking a side, and the same with the Vision, because, like I said, they should be able to just annihilate everybody. But if you guys haven't seen it, there's not much to talk about.
I've been putting myself on a media blackout. Like, I won't go on IMDb Civil War message boards because I don't want anything spoiled, because the movie's out for a lot of people. They can go see it if all the critics have seen it, and then a lot of other non-professional critics have seen it. So, because I think they showed it at CinemaCon or something. Either way, it's out for some public, and I just don't want to be spoiled yet.
Absolutely.
While we're on the whole comic book movie trend, the Suicide Squad trailer, the third one, came out. It's called the Blitz trailer because, guess why? It has a song called Ballroom Blitz in it.
Another Wayne's World soundtrack song.
Yeah, if the next one has fucking, like, Fire by Jimi Hendrix or Foxy Lady, this movie might be amazing.
I'm pulling for Foxy Lady.
But, yeah, because Harley Quinn is fine. Now, based on this trailer, guys, what did you think?
I'm a little less excited about it. I mean, I'm just trying to differentiate between if it's my personal opinion on these reshoots or the trailer did seem a lot more jovial than I wanted it to be. I mean, the trailer itself is okay, but the whole force. I felt like all the comedy was forced, and I don't know if that's going to make the movie better or not.
I think those reshoots are they haven't happened yet, so this trailer was cut before the reshoots.
Right.
And now, from the director and Captain Boomerang himself, Jai Courtney, Actor of the Year and Humanitarian, he and the director both claim that these reshoots are for more action, and then another source claims that it's for more Batman, which, if you pay attention to this trailer, it's not Ben Affleck playing Batman. It's every time Batman's in the scene, they obscure his face. He even wears an extra mask, a rebreather, over his face to hide that it's not Ben Affleck.
Right, I saw the director claim that it's Ben Affleck, but yeah, not one still image that I've seen from the trailers indicates that It's actually Ben Affleck. In fact, one of them looked like an actual, like a monster. It was kind of weird looking. His mouth looked like a bat. It was strange.
That was when he was wearing the rebreather, because he's jumping off a bridge or something to save Harley Quinn.
Okay.
DC is not doing too hot right now. Batman vs. Superman is dragging its ass to $1 billion, which sounds like, $1 billion, that's so much money, but I mean, I don't even know if they've broken even yet. So, I mean, that's not...
When you take marketing into consideration, yeah, they're probably still down. And we pointed out on a few episodes ago that we thought it would have a huge opening weekend and drop off, and sure as shit.
Hey, it's like we come from the future or something. But DC overall, do you think that how do you think Suicide Squad's going to do?
Amazingly well. Because I know people that aren't comic book fans that even months ago were talking about how bad they want to see it. So,
Dion?
I think it's definitely. I mean, it might not have the same opening weekend, but over the course of it being in theaters, oh yeah, I think it's gonna beat Batman vs Superman considerably. I really do.
You think it's gonna beat it box office wise?
I do, because even with the reshoots, I mean, the trailers were everything that Batman Superman did up until this point was not as good as Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad did the teaser better. They did the trailer better. As far as casting, the casting is better. Even handling this reshoot thing, they've handled that a lot better than how Batman Superman handled the critics' opinion on the movie. I just think it's going to be. I mean, even actually, it's going to be a better movie.
You see, now I disagree when you said about the teaser, because the original Comic-Con teaser for Batman v Superman was Batman in the rain in that suit of armor looking up, and then that was kind of it. I was like, holy shit, this is going to be amazing. And I was excited, and then more and more shit came out, and they tacked on Wonder Woman, and then you found out Lex Luthor was a fucking jagoff. I don't think the general public is going to forget that Batman vs. Superman sucked. And they see DC and DC, and I think they're going to... And I think the Joker's going to turn a lot of people off.
Well, not more than Lex Luthor. I think the fact that...
Oh, I do, because the Joker's a beloved character. If you ask 10 people on the street who Lex Luthor is, I think maybe 4 of them are going to know who Lex Luthor is.
Even less.
Fine, okay, let's say 3. But right, I guarantee you, everyone of a certain age... My grandma knows who the damn Joker is.
Right, but I think that it's very, as far as long as you get someone good, Jared Leto's a pretty good actor. You get someone good to play the Joker, it's going to be passable. As far as Lex Luthor in Batman vs Superman, he was, a lot of people that I talked to, I mean, people, seeing it with my sister, people that saw it, that I talked to, he was not what anyone thought Lex Luthor. Even for people who don't know who Lex Luthor is, he just seemed like this quirky ass weirdo. At least with the Joker, whoever it is, as long as, for people, especially people who don't read a lot of comic books, as long as you're crazy, weird, and killing a bunch of people, they're going to enjoy it.
And now he's a gangster with fucking stupid tattoos. He dresses... Well, I mean, the Joker's always had an odd sense of style, but now he's dressed like a fucking... Basically, he's dressed like a gangster, a pimp, yeah, and he wears gold watches and shit, and he's got fucking metal fronts in his mouth. This is a stupid bastardization of the Joker. Design-wise.
I wanted to say about this new trailer is... the first trailer, that's where it just ended with him laughing, right? You heard his voice and they show him really quick. Yeah. And the second one, they do more lines. This is the first trailer where I lost faith in Jared Leto's ability to perform as Joker. Because not one thing they showed of him looked cool or sounded cool. He just looked like a shitty... I don't even know how to describe it, but the pacing of his voice and his tone and cadence was like a poor man's Heath Ledger. So... I think going into it, people are going to go, wow, is he going to be better than Heath Ledger? And I think they're going to walk out disappointed, and that's going to ruin the film as a whole because, like you said, Jeff, that's the big draw. It's Joker. And then when they see that he is just shitty, that's gonna ruin it.
And I don't think he'll be in the movie very much.
Mm-mm.
And, people love to tout online, oh, DC's characters are just as, famous as Marvel. No. DC's got 2 huge characters and about 4 or 5 other popular characters, but Marvel, on the other hand, has maybe 10 or 15 that are household names. I mean, Batman and Superman are the two biggest names in comic books of all time. No doubt about it. I mean, they're fucking... Every generation that's alive has experienced Batman and Superman in some degree. Like I said, my grandma knows all these guys. But then Wonder Woman, people know, but less about. Then you're going to get like to the Flash and Green Lantern. People may know the costume and may have seen them in a cartoon. And then that's it. And then you're getting into Cyborg and shit like that. People don't know all these DC characters. And fucking the Suicide Squad are like half of them are D-list characters. Captain Boomerang, Killer Croc's just like a secondary Batman villain. These aren't characters that people are going to be, throwing their money down. I gotta see a big screen adaptation of Deadshot or Katana, and the Joker and Harley Quinn are your two big draws, and I think they're going to do it poorly.
Yeah, I don't like. She's hot enough, but just hearing her talk in the trailers, I just want to shove my dick down her throat to make her shut up.
Margot Robbie's hot, but maybe I don't know Harley Quinn anymore, but I don't think that's the case. But Harley Quinn wasn't this outwardly psychotic character. What she was is she was Joker's abused girlfriend who he treated her like shit. She could not get enough of him. And, she would do whatever for him, but she wasn't like talking to herself and hearing the voices in her head and looking retarded,
They're trying to make her the female Joker. They're trying to make her exactly the same, just with tits.
Well, that part works just the look-wise, but it's not who Harley Quinn is. And I don't like that. This is DC films in general. They always try to adapt the new 52, the newest stuff. They don't ever go with the tried and true that has never been adapted before.
Right, but they have to do something for Suicide Squad, right? So they're making a movie. You said yourself, half these guys are D characters. The only people who knew about the Suicide Squad are people who read a lot of comic books. As far as making a movie, you have to do something. So even if they took a literal translation of the Suicide Squad and made it into a movie, as far as marketing and making it a feature film, I don't think a lot of people would be interested. So again, I don't agree with a lot of how Harley Quinn is. I think the Joker will be fine. I mean, the few scenes in the trailer I did like of Harley Quinn, but yeah, I mean they're gonna try something. And I don't like again, I agree with her being the female Joker, but like I said, they're already D characters. They got to add something to make people want to watch.
Who keeps inviting you back on the show each week?
Well, I mean, see, so I was here last week and you weren't. I guess obviously it's none of your concern, bitch.
I love when
smack the white right off you.
Hey, good job. You already did it. Dion, I understand where you're coming from, but why make these unnecessary changes? Why adapt the Suicide Squad?
Why make a Suicide Squad movie? I mean,
like I just said, I think it's a dumb idea in the first place. I know that's going to be the thing in the comments. Oh, how do you not like Suicide Squad? I guarantee the people that fucking tell me or ask me how I don't like Suicide Squad are the same people that don't even know what the fuck the Suicide Squad is and have actually read it. They're just like, oh, DC, I don't like Marvel movies, DC for life. I read that a lot online, and people are fucking assholes, just in general.
Well, I mean, we are the world-class bullshitters, but, I definitely get that part, too. But like I said, I mean, they have to do something to add on to the characters, and, I mean, I guess we'll see how that affects the movie when it comes out.
No, we don't even know this is a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. If they show too much, we all complain. If they don't show enough, we still complain. So, but I don't get what the general idea for this movie is. Are they going to fight the Joker? Is Cara Delevingne's Enchantress the villain? All I know is that they're in jail and they got to get out and do some shit for the government. I mean, I just don't know what... Like, is the Joker really going to be a big part of this movie? Is it a bait-and-switch type of film?
I think it's bait-and-switch. I don't think he's going to be a major part of it. I think he might be in the beginning where they talk about how they capture Harley Quinn and link it to Batman, Superman, as far as, is it Jason Todd that he kills? Whatever it is to get Batman to chase him, and then it's going to be Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad.
So you guys don't think that it's the Suicide Squad trying to track down the Joker?
I do not. Based on a lot of the scenes, it's some kind of mechanical thing that's eating subway trains and going down. I mean, that's the one major scene, and then, it looks like it's some type of alien-esque creature thing that they're going to end up fighting.
So another CGI monster like Batman v Superman.
Right.
Well, hopefully that won't be tacked on like Doomsday.
Worst part of that movie. The only part I didn't like.
Well, I hated that and Lex Luthor, but I still think it's just an okay movie.
Yeah, way better than what I imagined going in, but that's not saying much.
I thought it was going to be a dumpster fire, and it was just like a small grease fire that you put out after a few minutes. I mean, shit still got burnt, and there was a lot of damage done, but no one was disfigured. Speaking of disfigured and other bullshit, Spider-Man Homecoming is the official title of the new Spider-Man film. Yay. What do you guys think of that title?
Not excited at all.
Cheap marketing ploy.
Now, I know people are going to say, oh, but Jeff, you claim to like Spider-Man. There's a title in the books called Homecoming. Yes, it's true. There is an issue of Spider-Man, and it's actually Amazing Spider-Man number 252, titled Homecoming, where he comes back from the battle world after the Beyonder and Secret Wars back in the 80s, and he comes back with the black costume. Is this movie going to be about Spider-Man getting an alien suit? I doubt it. And now you find out that the villain is supposed to be the Vulture, so it's essentially Sony making Spider-Man 4 without Tobey Maguire or Sam Raimi. So, yay, I guess. But the only saving grace is that Michael Keaton may be playing the Vulture.
I would pay to see that.
Oh, God, yes.
See, the new RoboCop, I wasn't used to Michael Keaton ever playing a bad guy. So watching him be the secret heel at the end was really interesting, and I want to see him, I guess, be that the whole movie.
I just want to see Michael Keaton in movies again. He was gone for a good chunk of my life, but he's always been entertaining.
Yeah, he was awesome in Birdman. Whatever people think of the movie as a whole, his acting was actually really good.
He should have won last year.
And who ended up winning?
Oh, Dan, fact check that.
Oscar for Best Actor in 2015?
Correct.
While you're doing that, can I explain my marketing comment?
Yes.
Already reading people's comments online, they got so giddy. It's Spider-Man Homecoming because he's coming back to Marvel. No, he's not. He's still owned by Sony. But when you put a title like that, you play off the idiots' feelings and stupid beliefs like that, then you get their money. So to me, it's just, like I said, a cheap marketing tactic to get people to think that he's officially part of Marvel again, but he's not. They might share him, but he's not home. It's like home every other weekend.
He's like a bad stepdad. I just find it funny how people get so emotionally attached to Spider-Man that don't even really like comics. I remember seeing videos of people crying when they announced that they were going to put Spider-Man in Civil War. It's like, really? Is it that big of a fucking deal?
Well, it's because YouTube is a fucking cesspool.
Yeah, why are we here?
I don't know.
All right, we're quitting now. Bye.
We're not on Podvine or whatever it's called yet.
Yeah,
Podvine.
Podvine and Ucast and Stitcher Radio, like the Solomonster.
But no,
Who?
I only get on YouTube to see how our podcasts are doing and look at the subscriptions and stuff. But beyond that, it is just the fucking shittiest part of the internet.
I found the butthole of the internet, and it's not YouTube. It's some other websites. I won't name it on air, but Dan and Dion heard me read articles to him from it.
You weren't on the deep web, were you?
Oh God, no! I don't play around there.
No, there's some nasty shit there.
Oh no! This is all comical. We could actually have an episode on what I talked about, but we'll save it for a later date when we're running out of topics.
Fair enough. Dan, did you get our info?
Best Actor of 2015, Eddie Redmayne for The Theory of Everything.
Fuck you, dude.
Never heard of him.
He's the guy that dressed up like a girl and got nominated this year.
Every time an actor dresses up like a woman, they get a fucking award.
Dustin Hoffman.
I'm sick of it. Jared Leto in Dallas Buyers Club.
And then Matthew McConaughey got AIDS, and he got an award too. Hey Dion, I bet you that guy that accosted you in Dallas got an Academy Award.
Probably. I mean, he was my weight at one point, so that makes sense.
And in only 6 months with the help of AIDS.
9.
In only 9 months with the help of AIDS, he lost all that weight.
Should we tell the audience this story?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to tell it or do you want me to?
You can tell. I know how you love it. So
I had to call my mom and tell her on the phone it happened immediately.
And then we got yelled at by somebody else.
So we'll just call this the cursed corner because we're walking in downtown Dallas. All of a sudden, some white dude comes up to Dion and goes, "Hey man, I used to be your size about 9 months ago." And then Dion goes, "What'd you say, Dion?"
I said, "Oh really? Well, how'd you lose the weight?"
Then Dan, what did he say?
He said, "I got AIDS," and walked away.
And at that very moment, some dude across the street kept yelling at us. and then some random truck drove by us and started screaming. The people started screaming at us too. It was the most bizarre 30 seconds of our life, my life at least.
Yeah, no,
I've had worse.
Well, you would. But it was just scary. Like, as soon as the guy goes, I got AIDS, I walked away. I was like, fuck, is he gonna attack us?
I was too busy laughing.
No,
Yeah,
I honestly thought he was gonna like try to rub his AIDS blood on us or something.
I just pictured Dion on the ground, his pants around his ankles, just getting butt fucked, and him just crying, knowing that his life is never going to be the same again.
I'm just crying.
I'll never see D2 shit his pants again.
Use the tears as lubrication.
It'd be one hell of a Saturday night.
I got a question. If you guys had to get AIDS from anybody, who would you get it from?
Your wife.
Why do you always ask the stupidest fucking questions? Hey guys, if you're gonna commit a mass shooting, where are you gonna do it?
Whoa, dude, that's terrorist level shit.
Yeah, somebody might come to your house. Question you?
Are you Mr. McNeese? No.
I'm Mr. Merkaba.
Do you post on moviepoopshoot.com as Magnolia fan?
Did you say?
Jay and Silent
Did you
Bob.
say, and I quote, I
clown
can't
shoes?
stop looking at these dicks approximately 4 months ago?
I'm just saying I would let Matthew McConaughey give me AIDS. That's all I wanted to say.
You
I
had
could have said that anyway.
If you and all right want to share some loving, go ahead, man. It's cool.
Yeah, baby, it's 2016.
I won't watch, but I'll record it for you, and
I won't care.
Dion will watch. So, keeping with the topic of Spider-Man, my favorite character who just continually gets raped.
Because that's the topic we were just on.
Speaking of rape and AIDS.
Yeah, there's an animated Spider-Man film coming in December of 2018. It's by the guys that made the Lego movie. What do you guys think of this?
Just,
I mean, is it like a direct-to-video thing, like all the DC animated shorts, or is this going to be a theatrical release? Or I mean,
Theatrical.
really?
Yes.
fuck poor Spider-Man. He deserves so much better.
I'm worried, though, because there's going to be a problem. You're going to have two separate film series with two separate continuities. Like, I think you're going to confuse those dumb people like Dustin, the people you're talking about that are freaking out, like, oh, the name
I thought you were
Homecoming.
saying like Dustin. I was like, whoa.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought. We
Holy
confused dumb
shit.
people like Dustin.
No, I
You dumb
was,
motherfucker, you like Spider-Man?
you ready to get raped by Matthew McConaughey?
Yes.
All right.
Look at my dick, goddammit. Suck it.
It keeps getting longer.
I wonder if you can taste the AIDS in his cum.
Very
Only
metallic
you
taste.
would wonder that.
Ask Keith Ledger.
Wow.
Yeah, I got dark. Sorry. I just think it's stupid to make an animated feature based on Spider-Man and have a live action. They're gonna fucking ruin it again.
Now, are they going to use the actor from the live action to voice Spider-Man, or?
Probably not.
None of that information's come out.
Okay.
Probably not.
I think it'd be cool if they turned it on its. If they made the Spider-Man live action films darker and made this one kiddie friendly. That way people will go, oh, but Spider-Man's for kids. Well, here's the kids' version of Spider-Man, you know? Here's the fucking Saturday morning Super Slam for Spider-Man fans. And then Monday Night Raw, it will be the live action film, and we'll see some tits and blood, you know?
Monday Night Raw, year 2000.
Would you ever want to see tits in a Spider-Man movie?
Only Aunt May's.
Oh.
Oh. This episode gets darker and darker, America.
Just like her butthole. No. I mean, it's always implied that Spider-Man's banging his girlfriends, but you don't need to see it.
Right.
Ever. Like, the only superhero that they could show banging is, like, Deadpool, Batman, or Iron Man, and it's cool.
I wouldn't mind seeing the tits of that journalist from Iron Man 1.
Oh, Leslie Bibb?
Yeah, I don't know what her name is, but...
Oh, I do, because she's in a ton of movies.
But speaking of the Lego movie,
Mhm.
you said that the guys that wrote that are doing this?
Yeah, I think it's the same dudes that made 21 Jump Street as well.
Aren't they also doing the Han Solo standalone film?
I don't know.
I believe so. Yeah, it's definitely the guys that did the Lego movie, which I haven't seen. Did you guys like the Lego movie?
Yes.
I loved it.
Yep.
We saw it in theaters. Dan and I were the only people that weren't parents.
And
that were fully grown adults.
we literally went in with zero expectations, and it was great.
Yeah, it had Batman and Han Solo in one movie.
Oh, that's interesting, actually. I didn't realize they were using, like, official properties.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, all over the place.
And it wasn't Billy D actually the voice of Lando in it too?
Probably because it's broken.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
There's one part where the Millennium Falcon rolls up and it plays the
Yep.
Star Wars theme. That was
Yep.
Speaking of Star Wars, have you guys heard about the casting of young Han Solo?
I know that they had showed a few months ago the list of guys that they were looking at. I didn't see the official choice yet.
Well, I think it's been narrowed down even more, and I think the actual front runner is a guy named Alden Ehrenreich. Now, Dan, you'll know him. He was the guy from Hail Caesar, the shitty cowboy that couldn't act.
Oh, all right.
And 'twas whatever the fucking running joke was. Yeah. Apparently he's supposed to be playing Han Solo. I think he would be an excellent choice because he's the only standout of that movie. I think he has the charisma.
He really was. Nobody else in that movie tried.
He kind of looks like Harrison Ford, kinda. Not a lot, but kinda. And I think he's got the charisma to do it. So if he is cast as young Han Solo, I'll go see this movie.
Now, here's the thing. He's only 5'9", and Harrison Ford is 6'1". Do you think that's going to pose any issues, or do you think with their camera magic they can make it look like he's the same person?
Tom Cruise is 2 feet tall, but he looks as big as every other actor. So
I was going
don't
to use
think it'll
Tom
be
Cruise
okay.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Look at Kevin Hart. I know they play up on his size, but if they put him in they could put him in a movie and they could make you think he's bigger than he really
I was
is.
about to say the joke of every movie that he's in is that he's the short one.
Except 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I mean,
Yeah, we got
yeah,
nothing
but you
for
can
that.
still visually see that he's really short in that movie.
I understand, but they don't play it up. You could have put him on a
Right,
fucking
right.
box.
I'm
and they
just
could-
saying visually. They're not gonna say, "Hey, Han Solo, you're a big guy." It's gonna be all visual. So but yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
So I was reading some comments, and some people said, well, why not this Anthony Ingruber guy? Do you guys want to take a second to pull him up on your computer screens, and then people listening do the same?
Oh, this guy, I know him because he can do a fucking impression of Harrison Ford. That's it.
I didn't even see the impression. I just saw his face. And
What's his name? Anthony what?
Ingruber.
Okay.
If you guys want to take a second to pull him up. All I saw was a still frame of his face, and I thought that looks exactly like Han Solo.
But I don't think this dude's a legitimate actor. I think he just made a YouTube video of him sounding like Harrison Ford.
Did he do a good job?
He sounds just like him. I mean, darken his hair and give him the Han Solo sideburns from Part 4, and you got a great thing, but...
Because I saw pictures of this Alden Ehrenreich guy. I don't see one facial feature that reminds me anything of Han Solo.
You got to see him act in Hail Caesar, because he plays a cowboy,
Okay.
and he's legit. Like, I did not like that movie at all, but he was a standout part, and we're talking with other big actors, like Josh... Wow, I want to keep saying Josh Groban. What's his name? Josh Brolin. And Tilda Swinton, all these other people. I'm just saying, he was a good choice.
He was believable.
Yeah.
Everybody else looked like they were half-assed and everything.
Do you think his voice is close enough to Harrison Ford's?
I can't judge it from that movie.
Yeah, I don't remember because he had a thick accent in that film.
Okay, because that was a concern of mine was, okay, even if they did find somebody that looks like him, are they going to have that same kind of grovelly voice without sounding like they're forcing it?
You know, if worst comes to worst, they could always do what Hollywood does and hire Harrison Ford's son to do voiceover work for him.
Okay.
Because in Blade Runner, there's an extended cut or something where they get Ben Ford to do voiceover work, and it sounds just like a young Harrison Ford. You can't tell the difference.
That's cool, actually.
So I guess what they should really do is hire somebody, CGI young Harrison Ford's face on it, and get Ben Ford to do the voice.
Do the old Tron Legacy trick with Jeff Bridges.
Except good. Because that was really, like, the Uncanny Valley in that part was really awkward.
I looked up this Anthony Ingruber's filmography,
Yeah.
and apparently last year he did a movie called The Age of Adeline, where he played young William Jones, a role shared with Harrison Ford.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Connected.
Dan just played the game 6 Degrees of... Now, connect that to Kevin Bacon, and you got a job.
Everything is connected to Kevin Bacon.
Cool, because we love bacon.
Bacon.
I would, looking at this guy's IMDb right now, I think he would be a good choice too, but, I mean, it's all based on that one video he did, so we gotta see, I Personally, I just have to see him act.
Well, now, Dan, now that you've seen his picture, what do you think? Does he look more like Harrison Ford than this Alden German Nazi guy?
He's not a Nazi.
I mean, the word Reich is right in his name, so.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now we got that out of the way.
I don't know what you're waiting for from me, but yeah, I said yeah.
Do you think the young Han Solo movie is a good idea?
No.
Neither do I. I don't think any more Star Wars movies are a good idea, but
I won't go that far, but I'm just particularly... I mean, do you want to know more about Han Solo? Or do you want to keep that mystery of like him being a rogue badass? That's what I want.
I want the surprise, because even George Lucas's retarded ass had the good graces not to ruin Han Solo in the prequels. Everybody else is essentially tied into that shit except Han. You meet him in Mos Eisley, and there you go.
You don't need to know more about him.
I will say this, though. His character arc is destroyed in Episode 7, because everything he built up for is flushed down a toilet.
Everything is destroyed in Episode 7.
I can't agree, but we should move on.
No, my heart was destroyed in Episode 7.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
Dustin, you weren't here last week. What'd you think of the Rogue One trailer?
I do not like the lead character. I thought all of her lines, at least that they showed in the trailer, were just generic, stupid, wannabe badass woman. The way she walks with purpose, and it was just...
But Dustin, you can't say that on the internet. Channels like Screen Junkies use the argument she looks cool as a valid reason to win a fucking debate.
No way.
Because they don't ever get laid in real life, so they think if they play the White Knight keyboard warrior that some magical girl is going to pop through their screen and put her pussy on their noses. I'm not like that. I'm married. I've gone through it.
Dustin hates a female character in a movie that's the main actress. No fucking way. I am shocked.
Okay, listen, SJWs. You two in particular that are giggling over there.
I am not a fucking SJW.
I love Rey. Not popular in this group, but Rey, I love that character.
Jeff,
so
mute
when
him.
I can't. I can only mute myself.
But to go and then see this stupid bitch with her one line, yes, and all this shit, I rebel. I'm just like, shut the fuck up and die.
Hey, so that's how I feel about Rey, the worst Star Wars character ever. Bring me back Hayden Christensen.
So you thought I'm just doing it is acceptable. Was you driving the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, that was.
I just am.
How'd you do this?
I
can.
Acknowledging, yeah, that was pretty good.
Let me learn the Jedi mind trick before I even know what it is. No one around me has ever used it or even tried to explain it to me, but I know how to do it all of a sudden.
Let me close my eyes and be a master at everything I need to be a master at right now.
In their universe, they heard Legends of Jedi, and when you hear what the legends are and what they can do...
Dustin, you don't hear Legends of Jedi, because the Jedi are all extinct in Episode 4, and Luke Skywalker and them didn't do all this shit that we think they did. They kind of failed, and they all ran away. Because the Empire never was fully destroyed. So Luke may have beat Darth Vader, and you heard the legend of Luke fighting Darth Vader, but when did all these people learn what the Jedi mind trick was? Like, people like Watto knew it back in the Old Republic days, or the whatever, the Old New Republic, whatever the fuck Episode 1 timeline's called. Those people knew it, but they're on Jakku, not Tatooine. We don't know where that is in relative nature and the universe and all this other shit.
But when Rey and Finn are talking with Harrison Ford, Han Solo on the Millennium Falcon, they reference these legends, and then that's when he goes into his speech about it's true. Everything you heard is true about the light and the dark and all that stuff. So clearly, there is a mythos within this cinematic universe where people even 30 years out have heard of Jedi and some of their capabilities.
So that's even a bigger reason for me to not like this, because none of that was explained. None of it would make sense.
So, that doesn't translate to
It will be explained, because they're planning on explaining it in one of the 18 sequels they have.
Man, I never thought too much Star Wars would be a bad thing.
Regardless, I think Forrest Whitaker looks like a jackass.
And now, in real life, you're talking, right? Because I agree 100%.
Well, yeah, no.
I know they were saying the same thing last week. That's why I'm laughing. That is awesome.
You know, his character in this trailer, he just looks like an idiot, and the way he's talking... He is so overacting that it looks like shit.
It's his eyeball, right?
No, I have no problem with
Which one?
I like Silver Sun pickups, but I'm just saying.
All right, excellent reference.
Thank you.
High five.
But he looks stupid. The guy with the sword who takes out a bunch of stormtroopers with the blasters looks fucking stupid. I will say that the scene with the AT-AT walkers looked awesome. As everyone's running toward them, then the one cocks its head and starts shooting lasers. But yeah, Forrest Whitaker and the main bitch just look stupid.
We have a lot to talk about when we get to the fan mail segment later on in the episode, because believe me, people have a lot to say about a Rogue One episode. But I think we all have the same. We're just like, whatever. It doesn't look great. We'll see it for the show.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to ever be a Star Wars movie that I don't watch. But this and the Han Solo one, I don't know. I guess anything that's non-saga, I'm weary about.
If Episode 8's trailer doesn't wow me, I could easily see myself skipping that movie. I have no emotional investment with any of the people. Like, yay, Luke Skywalker's back. Well, is he gay? Why did he run away? I don't know. Something stupid happened, and he gave up on his fucking hero's journey. So now he's a bitch.
Wait until the side movie comes out where we go,
wait,
hey, this is what Luke Skywalker's been doing this whole time.
He's twiddling his thumbs and sucking a dick. Whoop-de-doo. Yay, Luke.
This is when he decided to betray everything that he learned as a Jedi.
Hey, that's the trend, you know? Eventually let's see, what can Lando Calrissian go back to be doing? Like, is he a gambler again? Is he back to raping people?
I'd watch that movie.
Is he back to drinking Colt 45?
He's selling Lando pudding pops.
Now with Rufalin.
I bet he has some sweet space cocaine. Because what else are you going to do with the fucking pop?
I wish I had some.
That's what Cloud City really is, Dustin. That's why he made that deal with the Empire. Because he knew that if he gave him Han Solo, they would not interrupt his intergalactic cocaine smuggling ring.
Fair enough, and all those clouds are actually made of crack rock smoke.
See? I'm not one of those people that likes to analyze a movie so much that I lose interest in it, but now Empire Strikes Back really makes sense. If you told me that all of Hoth was a big crack rock, I would even love that movie more.
I would even love that crack rock.
We all know junkies, and they so easily turn on their friends if there's drugs involved. So I bet Vader came and, threatened to do whatever, and he just sold his friends down the fucking river.
Give me a dime bag if you give me Han Solo.
Done! I'm taking the Wookiee and the princess.
Cool.
Get that bitch out of here.
She talks too much anyway.
Well, speaking of bullshit with Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones 5 will be a continuation from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, so...
that sounds awesome.
Disappointment. Dion, are you an Indiana Jones guy?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dustin, what were you going to say?
I feel bad for you in particular, because when we met in college, you had all these big interests, and it was fun to learn about you and learn about the things you liked. And it's hard to sit back and watch the things that you held so dear just a decade ago get absolutely sodomized by Hollywood.
Everything I've been into has been fucked. Everything! The only thing that didn't get fucked was Beverly Hills Cop. They tried to make a TV show. That flopped. Thank God.
Beverly Hills, and they
Spider-Man,
reiterated that they're not going to do another
Indiana
Back to the Future
Jones.
thing.
Well, those people actually have sense and, morals. Thank you, Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale.
And Robert Zadar.
Yeah, rest in peace, Robert Zadar. I'm afraid to even watch Samurai Cop 2 because I feel they'll ruin it.
I'm not going to watch
Samurai.
Samurai
Cop. You and I to ever share a common interest because karma is going to destroy whatever you like. So stay away from what I like.
Don't worry, I don't like Star Wars anymore. Like I told you, I was trying to watch Episode 4 the other day, and I just don't even feel as excited as I used to. I was just like, whatever.
Man, that's sad. That's sad when they can take something that you love and just find ways to ruin it. I'm sorry.
Like I told you the other day when we were talking, I'm considering taking my Star Wars posters down out of my office because I don't even care about Star Wars anymore. It's like, whatever. I'm going to replace them with James Bond posters.
If you do that, that should be recorded and put on the YouTube channel.
I don't really know if people want to watch a video of me putting posters in a frame. And
oh my God, do you see what the fuck these idiots watch on YouTube?
Stupid shit on YouTube.
I saw the dumbest one yesterday. It had like 30 million views in 2 days. It was a girl dressed as the princess from Frozen and a guy in a shitty store-bought Spider-Man costume, and 2 hillbillies dressed as Catwoman and the Joker bring them a gumball machine, and then the Frozen girl eats a gumball with a cat drawn on it, and then I turned it off because it was stupid. But 30 million people watch that shit.
See, and you don't think anybody will watch you put away a poster.
I just should title it like Jeff's emotionally heartbreaking, life-changing decision to destroy Star Wars or something like that.
What
Jeff's
I want to see you do is just Falcon punch your poster and put your fist through the wall to show how pissed you actually are. Just holes in all your walls.
Oh, I want to move eventually. I don't want to have holes in the walls because we have these stupid birds that fly all over. One will probably fly in and like bite me or something. So I'll just lightly take these off and put new posters in front of them. I'll keep the Star Wars posters behind the new James Bond posters, but
if it makes you feel better, we can always go to Douche Canoe's house and punch holes in his walls.
True. But I'm looking at the posters right now, and I'm looking at like Han Solo and Princess Leia, and I'm like, you're not even cool. You didn't even end up together after Return of the Jedi. And Luke,
one of you's not even alive.
Luke, you ran away like a bitch. The only person from Return of the Jedi that is still cool is Jabba the Hutt, because he's dead.
So is Han Solo.
Yeah, but Han Solo went out like a bitch. He didn't even have an epic death. I would have been cool if him and Chewbacca died together on the Millennium Falcon trying to save everybody. No. They had to give the fucking Falcon to that stupid character Rey because we just hand her every fucking thing. So, what's Han Solo do? Ben, come here, son. I'm so sorry. Stabbed through the gut, knocked off a platform, planet exploded. Like, there's so much finality to his death. Like, if they were to say, oh, Han Solo's really not dead, I would throw my hands up in the air and walk out of the fucking theater. That would be the most terrible plot contrivance in history. Oh my god, I hate Star Wars. Fuck you, everybody that's not George Lucas. We can shit on George Lucas all day long, but he's not the one that fucked it up. It was everybody else. J.J. Abrams fucked it up. Kathleen Kennedy. Fucking Harrison Ford for going with the shit. Fuck you too. Everyone's guilty. Mark Hamill's bitch ass is guilty. The only one I don't blame is Carrie Fisher because she's coked out of her fucking mind the whole time. And she needs the work.
She needs the coke.
She needs her fucking Hoth crack rock.
If I may interject.
No, you may not.
They brought back Luke's fucking lightsaber and didn't tell you where. So I know you're ranting, but it is very possible that Han Solo's not dead. And I'm going to go watch episode 8 with you now to make sure I see your face when he walks through the door and says, it's true. And you just go, nope, and then walk out.
No.
I'm done.
It's not going to be episode 8. It's going to be episode 9. Harrison Ford just walks back in the movie. with a robot chest, just like, yeah, I survived.
I will drive down to Cincinnati. I want to see your face when this happens. You called it. It's gonna happen. I want to see the moment where we make eye contact. And you go no, and then just walk out.
Dan saw the moment where Star Wars died for me, so you'll see the moment where Star Wars kills me. I'll either walk out of the theater and just collapse from.
They've already done it. They will do it again.
Or I'm gonna drive out to Harrison Ford's house in Wyoming and punch him in the chest until he's dead. Just fuck.
No matter what, I want to be there for this happening.
You can either watch me go to jail for murdering Harrison Ford with my fist in his chest, or you can watch me, like I said, collapse from the sheer stupidity of Disney.
I like both. I like both ideas.
Because we're all taking a shower in the piss that they're just douching us with. It's I don't like it. Not one bit.
You don't? I did not catch that at all.
We should not talk about Star Wars on this channel because it's going to give me a heart attack.
Which means every episode someone's going to bring up Star Wars.
Oh, and I'm going to go off on a rant every fucking week. I will never watch episode 7 again. But I'll still go on a rant because that one time I saw it was enough to fucking change everything. It'd be like, it's like,
I noticed.
It's like seeing your dad with a hooker. You just don't love him the same way as you used to anymore.
I still remember when we watched the movie, as soon as the credits started rolling, I looked at you and you just looked like you were about to stab somebody.
Yeah, the whole theater starts clapping. Everyone.
No. Nobody clapped in our theater.
Hey, people cheered for the dumbest shit. When she figured out the fucking force grab or whatever and pulled the lightsaber into her hand and the most fucking overly falsified dramatic bullshit. Like, oh, I'm a badass. I can wield this weapon. What the fuck, lady? Seriously?
Have you ever shot a gun before? No.
But-
All right, I'm gonna kill everybody with it.
No,
Though.
listen. Like Dustin was about to say, she used the Force, guys.
Guys, no, Dan, we got to give this film credit. She missed her first shot, and every other shot was perfect.
That's right. The first one doesn't matter.
Hey, even Han Solo missed his one shot with, he missed the Stormtrooper.
Don't.
Hey, nothing's sacred with me in Star Wars anymore. Fuck this whole franchise. Empire Strikes Back, I don't even know if I'll ever even try to watch that one again.
As long as they never change the scene in Return of the Jedi when he's sneaking up on the scout trooper, steps on the stick, and he bitch slaps the fuck out of Han Solo. As long as they never change that, I will always love Star Wars. That would be the one thing holding me is Han Solo getting bitch slapped and pulling off a shot and hitting the ground. I'm like, okay, I'm still here.
Do you hear that, Disney? Change that so you can piss off another Star Wars fan. Because you know what? I'm 27 years old. Apparently, I'm too old to like Star Wars. So at 27, they just don't want any of us.
Such thing. You shut your whore mouth. No,
dude,
I think they already planned on changing that in the next movie.
Well, any excuse these people have to defend the fucking travesty that's Episode 7. Oh, you're too old. You don't understand it. No, I do understand it. I've liked Star Wars for fucking ever. I understand this shit. It is a bad movie. It's not even a good movie that is, it's a good movie, but it's not Star Wars. I could understand that and people would be cool. It's a shitty movie. It's a shitty Star Wars movie. Exo facto, it all is shit. Fuck you, Daisy Ridley. You are garbage.
It is my favorite Star Wars movie.
I know, and I don't know why. I'm waiting for you to call me up in like 3 years. Oh, I realized I don't like it as much as I thought. Like you did with the prequels.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. It's really well paced.
No, it's not well paced.
It keeps flowing and pulling you along. There's no boring parts in it. My kids love it, which is fun that I get to share that experience.
Yeah, but that doesn't make a good movie.
That is not a good reason.
Because if it was a shit movie that I didn't like, then I wouldn't want to share it with my kids. But I enjoy it.
Why'd you show it to them?
What?
So why'd you show it to them since it is a shit movie?
It's not, but.
No, but I mean, it is not. I don't like it. I will never change it. My mom could be like, Jeffrey, I saw the 7th Star Wars and I thought it was great. You know what, Mom? Excellent. I'm glad you liked it. It's still a terrible fucking movie. You like it, Dustin. We're close friends. I don't like that movie. It's not going to change our relationship, but it ain't going to change my opinion on what I think is a piece of garbage. It doesn't have any.
It's not going to change my opinion on what I really like. So.
That's cool, but I don't know. I just don't. It has no redeeming qualities to me. I don't see it as a good movie at all. Like Episode 1 has really bad parts, but at least it was building towards something. We knew where it was going. This is like, well, everything's done, so we don't really care about Episode 7. We're worried about telling you about Episode 8. Why not just give us all the shit you wanted to give us in Episode 8 and Episode 7, and then build more?
Yeah, but you like Empire Strikes Back, and that was the exact same formula.
I don't like Empire Strikes Back. It's not my favorite one.
You don't like Empire Strikes Back?
I like it, but it's not my favorite Star Wars movie. That'd be like, I like Return of the Jedi, too, but it's my least favorite of the originals, so I do like each one of the films, but the first one's my favorite.
Wow.
Now we got that one logged and cataloged.
Dan, are you wearing a coat?
I'm wearing a helmet because of all the shots being fired right now.
Oh my god, I thought you had a coat on. That just looks really retarded, but I like it. Dan, this one's for you, since we're still talking news an hour into the fucking show. Super Mario Maker, Wii U, and Splatoon are rumored to be in development for the NX. So
Good.
That rules out the possibility of backwards compatibility.
Yes, it does.
Well, that means I just have no interest in that fucking console.
Didn't take long, did it?
I told you, though, from the beginning, if it's backwards compatible, I'm excited because the Wii U had some great games, but it didn't have enough for me to invest a lot of money and time into the system.
I think I have all the great games for that system.
You do, and I could come over to play them or we could take them to Phil's, but it's just not worth it.
Let's not talk about Phil. He's not here. Fuck him. Piece of shit.
Jesus Christ, I thought he was here in the beginning of the show, though.
It sounded like he was.
You know what? He's never listened to a show at this minute. At 1 hour and 10 minutes and 20 seconds will be when he clicks to our show and hears what you have to say.
Well, maybe he should show up more often and he wouldn't have to, I could tell it to his face.
Would you really?
Yes, I would call Phil a piece of shit to his face.
Why?
I have before.
I haven't heard that.
Mm,
Save that for my birthday. I want a good laugh.
okay.
No, save it for when episode 8 comes out, because I'll be fucking borderline depressed. I'll need something to laugh at. Because remember what happened when we saw that movie? What did I say to you he would say before that movie?
He liked it.
Yeah, but did I not say he would go, it's fantastic? Did I not say that's what he would say to you, right?
Yeah, and then a week later, he was like, I don't like it that much anymore.
I saw it again. I was like, you know what? I don't even give a shit. Like, Phil, you love Man of Steel. You love Star Wars Episode 7.
That tells you all you need to know.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is your favorite movie of 2014.
Happy Gilmore's the best movie of 35-67.
That's my favorite year in history. Bill Clinton was reelected for the 88th time.
Fuck yeah.
At the end of the day, Phil just knows what he's talking about.
He is a man about town, a gentleman, and a scholar. Well, yay, our news is over, finally. I should just put the words fucking news up. That would be this whole episode, news. World class
This episode, no, news, Star Wars rant again.
Oh, the word Star Wars will be somewhere in the title so we can get another 1,000 views in 4 days, you know. That's pretty much the formula. Bitch about something, people will watch it. Make a video about Star Wars, people watch it. Bitch about Star Wars, 20,000 people will watch it.
And then, like, 5 people will go, you just don't know what you're talking about.
And then we will whip out our lightsabers, and by lightsabers I mean dick, and smack them in the face with the knowledge that I possess.
Yeah.
I'll be watching with a big old grin.
You better be filming that shit. You want
Because
to
he
get a
said
billion views.
dick, of course you're going to watch it and be smiling.
May or may not suck it. But.
In this case, not. Maybe if he tells me he hates episode 7. No, I can't even go that far. Dustin, you had a special segment you would like to present. Now, do you have plans to make this a regular part of the show?
Yeah, I mean, if you were down with it, I mean, you're the creative force behind this whole thing. I figured we'd try it out this week, and if it doesn't bomb too hard, maybe we can do it each week.
Well, then don't judge its success on Dan, because that never works. But I am all for a new segment.
Yeah, I am poor on the success rate of things.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to pick a theme each week. This week is Marvel superheroes and villains' real names. Now, we're going to do a game where we pick 2 of the other talking heads on here, and I'm going to ask them a series of questions. They're each going to have a turn to answer, back and forth. If in one round it's your turn and you fail, then the other person gets a chance to steal the point. We have 11 of these. Whoever has the most points by the end wins. If there's a tie, we go to sudden death. Pretty straightforward.
Whoa. Hold on. We're talking heads?
Yes. Burning down the house.
Shit.
Dustin, I have a question.
Yes.
Should we keep score each week, and then at the end of, like, I don't know, a season or something, we have, like, a winner for each year?
Yeah, Dion gives him a hand job.
Dion,
So if
I
Dion
need
wins-
a lot of
I'm
losers.
already hooked. Yep.
So if Dion wins, he just masturbates.
Yes, and Hillary has to watch, but she doesn't get to touch. You have
No
to suffer
touching.
for your victory.
I'll just look at her and be like, "You'll never have this. You'll never have this."
And then she'll say it to you. You'll never have this.
Yeah,
And then
yes.
you cry.
Okay, Dustin, I am ready whenever you are, sir.
Sure. So this week, I think we have it between Jeff and Dion. Is that correct?
Correct.
That's my understanding.
Okay, so there are benefits to going first or second. They each have a different benefit. Is there anyone who'd like to volunteer to go first?
You want to flip a coin, Dion?
We could do that. Have Dan flip a coin since he's the
I
impartial.
would say the radio show that I ripped this off from flips a coin, so we might as well go all the way with it.
Would it happen to be a morning show?
Yes.
Ooh.
Does it include free food and some liquid?
And titties.
No titties, unfortunately, but yes.
Okay, I'm going to call heads, because heads, head.
All right.
Oh, is that what a head is?
And it is tails.
Fuck!
Ooh.
Fucking heads! Anyway,
So, Dion, you get to pick. Do you want to go first or second?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll why mess with the tradition? I'll go first.
Okay. So, first round, it's going to go to you, and like I said, if you miss it, Jeff has a chance to steal, and then the next question, he goes first. We go back and forth like this. So, I'm going to give you their real name, and you need to tell me which Marvel superhero or villain it is. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, first one's pretty easy. Norrin Rad.
Oh, it's Silver Surfer.
All right, so Dion has 1 point. Jeff, are you ready?
Ready.
Remy Etienne Lebeuf.
Oh, Gambit.
All right, Jeff has 1. Miguel O'Hara, Dion.
Oh,
I don't think he'll get this one.
So Miguel O'Hara.
Yes.
Shit, is that? Oh my God, what's his? God, shit. Fuck, what's it?
Gotta give me
probably-
something.
Shit, I'm thinking. Okay, is it a mutant?
5, 4,
Fuck.
3,
What's his name?
2, 1. Answer?
I got nothing.
Man,
Jeff?
it's Spider-Man 2099.
That is correct.
That
Jeff,
is correct.
Your round.
All right.
Rita Damara.
Oh, shit. Rita Damara. Is it Namorita?
That is
I
incorrect.
had no
Dion,
clue.
chance to steal.
Rita Damara. Do we lose points on wrong answers as well?
Nope.
Okay, Rita Damara.
That'd be a dick move.
Only Dion loses points if he gets it wrong.
Hey, I'm cool with that.
Yes, you do lose points. You said Rita Damara?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I got nothing.
All right, the answer is Yellow Jacket.
I would have never guessed that because
More
when I think Yellow
specifically,
Jacket,
the second Yellow Jacket.
I think of Hank Pym,
Yeah.
aka Ant-Man.
Fair enough, fair enough. Dion, your question. Alexei Mikhailovich Sestevich.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. And I know this one. Alexei Stanovich. Alexei Stanovich. Fuck. Is that Whiplash? Ooh.
Idiot. Sorry.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not 100%, but is it the Rhino?
That is correct.
So
All
it is
right.
3-1.
3-1.
That is correct. Jeff.
Yes.
Lawrence Cranston.
Oh, God. Well, not Cranston was the Shadow, but Lawrence Cranston. Wonder Man?
No, I'm so sorry, Dion.
Lawrence Cranston. Fuck. Lawrence Cranston. Lawrence Cranston. Is that the Atom?
No, I'm sorry. It is the Daredevil villain, Mr. Fear.
I don't even know who the hell that is, and I love Daredevil.
It rang no bells whatsoever.
And
Well, I picked him because I was looking at Daredevil's wiki, and they said it was one of his biggest rivals, so I figured somebody would get it.
Yeah, he fucked his he put his wife on a fear drug and she went insane.
Karen Page got addicted to crack and got AIDS.
No, it was the other one.
That's how insane she got.
Yeah, it was the blind woman he married.
Don't you know how everything comes full circle? AIDS started the show. AIDS is in the middle of the show. AIDS will end us all. Was that the last round?
Yeah. No,
Yes, sir.
we got...
That was only like the fourth round.
I'm so far ahead, I just lost interest. Just playing.
That's a lot of seconds to look at shit up. All right, Dion. Kane Marco.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's Oh shit! I almost fucked up and said Scorpion. Fuck Kane. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my god. Kane Marco. Oh my fucking god.
Dion, if it makes you feel any better, even I know this one.
I know, and I know it too. And I'm fucking Kane Marco. God damn it. God damn it. Fuck.
You got 5 seconds.
Shit.
I feel good knowing that if I participate and
fuck.
got this question, I'd be tied.
Is that the Shocker?
No, I'm so sorry that you suck. Jeff,
Isn't that the Juggernaut, bitch?
That is the Juggernaut,
Son of a
bitch.
bitch.
And you're thinking, Dion, you're thinking of Flint Marko, and that's the Sandman, and Herman Schultz
No,
is the
I
Shocker.
knew it wasn't a Flint, but I almost said Scorpion, but that's Max Gargan, and I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, son of a bitch.
I hear the
Alright.
Spider-Man names, and I get excited. Like, come on.
I know, that's what I was like.
Because
I know
technically,
this is.
the Juggernaut did fight Spider-Man in the 80s, even though he's an X-Men character. That's the first thing I think of.
No, he did fight.
Spider-Man puts him in cement and leaves him there.
Jeff, for
What?
yours, I can only give you his first and middle name because his last name is part of his character's name.
Okay.
Stephen Vincent.
Stephen Vincent. And his last name is part of his hero or villain name. Trying to not have a lot of dead air here. Stephen Vincent.
For this, it's kind of forgivable, though. You got to be thinking.
I'll say maybe in post-production we can throw in a song behind it too.
As long as it's not copyright protected.
There we go.
Cheap,
Classical piece.
cheap fake Jeopardy theme playing right now.
Stephen Vincent.
5 seconds.
Fire Lord. I don't know.
No, sorry, Dion.
I love how Jeff doesn't get it. Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck you. You suck. Next.
God, Stephen Vincent. I'm trying to think of every Stephen I know. Stephen Strange.
That is correct.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Ooh.
So what is it now? 800 to 2?
It is 4-2. Jeff is in the lead. Dion has this next question. Galen.
Galen.
Or Gallon. Galan.
Okay, Galen. There's no last name.
Nope.
Fuck. Shit, Gallon. Keep wanting to say Galahad. Gallon. Fuck, man. Superhero.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
I don't know. Hawkeye.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Did you really guess Hawkeye? They say his
I couldn't think of anything, motherfucker.
They say his name in both movies. It's Clint Barton. No, Galen. I'm gonna. Is it the Watcher? No, wait, no. The Watcher's name is Uatu.
I'm about to say. Gallon Uatu.
Galen.
From
It's the
It's
same.
definitely
Connecticut.
Dude, it's definitely Black Widow.
Gallon. Bullseye. No.
Oh, you both are going to be pissed because it's Galactus.
Oh.
I was gonna guess Galactus, but I thought his name is Galactus.
No, that's the name he took on after he bonded with the birth of the universe or whatever convoluted story that was. So.
Probably written by Jack Kirby, even though Jack Kirby's an artist, before anyone in the comments section complains. I know Jack Kirby's local, just saying.
All right, Jeff, we got 2 left.
All right.
Arthur Sampson Douglas.
Arthur Sampson Douglas. And these are all Marvel, right?
These are all Marvel.
Okay.
I stuck on Marvel's Wikipedia page all day today and just bounced around.
Cool. That makes it easier by somewhat.
I like this pick.
Arthur Sampson. I was going to go Doc Samson. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, Dion.
I'd assume it would be Arthur Sampson if that was the case.
I have about as much of a clue as you do.
I'm just giving you. She gave me shit for Gallon. Say the whole name again, please, man.
Arthur Sampson Douglas.
Asda.
Arthur. Oh fuck. Arthur. Fucking shit. I'm trying to think of everything. Fuck. I'm drawing.
5 seconds. answer?
I got nothing.
Okay, kill yourself. It's Drax.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
I've never read a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book in my life.
Jeff gets it wrong. Meh. Dion doesn't answer. Fuck you, die.
Kill yourself, asshole.
All right, let's have this last question.
Last question. Doreen Green.
Damn.
Is that a relative of yours?
Yes, obviously.
I didn't know you were related to Marvel royalty.
Because like everyone in Plainwell, we are related. Doreen Green?
Doreen Green.
It's a good relative to have here, dude.
I shit. Doreen Green.
I shit too.
Yeah.
And my kid shits his pants.
When Paw Patrol's on.
Fuck. I don't know. We'll go with Doreen. Damn, Doreen Green.
Dustin, when he gets it wrong, let me take this.
When he gets it wrong, what?
When he gets it wrong, let me take this.
Okay.
Firestar.
No, you fucking idiot!
Keep going. Keep going.
God fucking damn it! You ruined the entire fucking segment. I'm out.
Jeff for the steal and the guaranteed victory.
Don't I already have the guaranteed victory?
You do.
Does my microphone still work? I literally threw it on the ground.
Oh, I just thought you grabbed it.
No, what? What'd you say, Dan? It doesn't work.
Is it Viper? I don't know.
God damn it! You all suck. I'm sorry.
It was the hero of the Age of Apocalypse story, Squirrel Girl.
Just when I thought this podcast couldn't get any dumber, you go and
You
do
come along
something
and
and
totally
totally
redeem
redeem yourself. Hey, Dad, you still going to Aspen?
Oh shit.
That
All
was
right, maybe some music in the background and we can shorten it up next week, but was it that bad?
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. I want this every week.
This was
I had
good.
a blast.
I would like to nominate Dan as my official shit talker whenever anybody gets it wrong.
Ooh.
To which everyone that's taking part in it will just reply with,
Dude. Don't be a bitch.
Dan, remember if you talk too much shit, somebody's just going to light a cigarette and blow it in your direction. You're done.
I work in a smoking area at my job. It doesn't fucking affect
which
me
would
anymore.
explain why you were going to die by the time you are 35.
Shit.
I will live to be 85.
I'm gonna be 101, like, and then die in the city of Detroit.
You live in Detroit, you're gonna die by 30.
Well,
That was fun, fellas.
if the listeners didn't love hearing us yell at each other,
Go fuck yourselves.
it's time for the great pop culture debate where we'll really yell at each other.
Oh shit, we still have to do this?
Yes, we do. This show is long enough.
I forgot that we haven't done this. It's only been an hour of news.
It's the most informative episode you'll ever hear. We told you about 5 things that happened in the real world, and then you heard me break down emotionally over Star Wars.
And then Dion forgot who the Juggernaut was.
Bitch.
And the fucking rhino, too.
To be fair, when you said Kane Marco, I was like, oh my god, it's the Sandman. Then I went, wait, no. That's Flint Marco.
I went Sandman, and then I almost said Max Gargan, the fucking Scorpion, but I was like, no, that's not who it is. I know it's a Spider-Man villain.
Dustin, you had a nice sprinkling of easy ones and hard ones, so...
Very good, sir.
I applaud you with your choices.
You cannot see me, but I am clapping.
Thank you.
You have the clap, yes. So, this week's great pop culture
Thanks,
debate
Doc.
is a debate we've tried to fucking do. Was this our 3rd attempt at it?
Second.
Is it? It might be the third.
Second or third aside, this is my favorite debate. Dustin came up with the topic, and we're finally going to get to use it. So, Dan, are you out of this as well?
Yeah.
We'll let the listeners decide then. Pitch a movie based on an unadapted comic book storyline. So, as long as your film, or your hypothetical film, it can't be based on something that's been adapted. So you can't say The Dark Knight Returns, because that's essentially Batman v Superman. Can't say Year One, because that's essentially Batman Begins. So pick a storyline of a character that's never been adapted for film. Dion or Dustin, who would like to go first?
I mean, why break tradition? I guess I'll go first again.
I was about to say, there's an overwhelming response there.
Whew.
Well, yeah, I guess I will take that bow as a bow for me to go. I changed mine from the last time. I went with a different one.
I wonder why.
The blank stare of Dion.
Last time he chose Old Man Logan.
I was fucking heartbroken. Anyway.
Why aren't you excited it's being made, though? I'd rather be
because
wrong.
It's with the Wolverine that we have now, so it's gonna be.
But dude, I would rather be wrong and have the movie of my dreams than be right and never see a movie I love.
That's true.
Look on the bright side, dude. Come on.
But we both know that they're gonna fuck this up, and it's gonna probably be a shitty movie.
Well, okay. Now pitch us your new selection. Please tell us why you want to see Age of Ultron as a film.
Oh. Well, it would be. I'm just kidding. That's not it. But anyway, so I went with the first Aliens vs Predator book. The title is Aliens vs Predator. The storyline it's still in the future. It's in the same timeline as the original Alien movie. The storyline is human settlement is on a planet in deep space, and the predators, as they refer to in the story, come to the planet, and as they do on similar planets, set a bunch of alien or bug eggs throughout the surface of the planet. The eggs hatch, attach themselves to the local wildlife, burst, and then the hunters hunt the bugs. In this particular story, like I said, there's a human settlement there where the folks are ranchers. Essentially, they obviously ship this random animal's meat back to Earth. The predators set the eggs. It inhabits, the eggs hatch, get a bunch of the wildlife, and eventually the predators come. Unbeknownst to them, humans are there, and a lot of shenanigans ensue. Particularly the one that I like is one of the leaders of the human settlement, a woman. She has some Japanese name. She eventually, takes control, and then at the end of the story, she ends up joining the hunters and goes off with them at the end of the story. Particularly, I picked this one because the first Alien vs. Predator movie was fucking garbage. It was horrible. I cannot stand that movie, and I would like to see, and seeing as how I actually love the story, first Aliens vs. Predator story, I would love to see that one, since it would still be in the same time period, see that one come to film.
Did Mick G direct Aliens vs. Predator?
I think so.
Dan, fact check that, please.
So would you have direct this film, and what two leads would you have for human characters?
You know what? I had a really tough time casting the female lead. Obviously, it has to be someone that, obviously would be believable, that they can, lead a group of people against the bugs, and someone that, like I said, in the end of the movie, she goes off with the hunters after essentially proving herself. One of the hunters gives her a mark on her face. They allow her to hunt, and they take them with her. So that one, I thought it was very difficult to cast. Also, someone that would be Asian. That's a rough one. But originally, I came out with Olivia Munn, just like I said, off the top of my head. I couldn't really think of anyone. And then as far as a male lead, I just went with the rancher that, at the end of the story, he, found out that it's his incompetence that almost gets everyone killed. I decided to go with what's his name?
I like that guy.
Jai Courtney?
No, Aaron Paul. I thought I would like to see Aaron Paul play the Dick again, but be a guy in that setting who does something that, could get everyone killed.
So he's going to be wholly unreliable like Jesse Pinkman?
Right.
I'll tell you this. If you can get Olivia Munn to wear her Psylocke costume, I'll tap out right now, and I'll let you win this debate.
I would love to see her in real skimpy Predator armor.
I'm just, and that I'm not excited for, what is it, X-Men Apocalypse, but I swear, a lip is about to pop out in that suit, so that's what I'll be paying attention to in that film.
I'm disgusted about your guys' objectification of women.
I'm offended that you aren't doing that. What's wrong? Don't you like women?
It's going to have full penetration in it, so don't worry.
Oh, good. Anal?
Whatever you want. Triple anal.
Oh, triple anal.
It's where the girl's lying on a table, and so you have a guy standing up.
Okay.
Is this Hostel Part 3?
There is a Hostel Part 3, Dan.
There is?
Yeah.
Must have sucked. Like,
I'd say,
Like
that
Hostel
explains
Parts
why
1
I
and
didn't
2?
want-
And your director is Paul W.S. Anderson.
Oh, so Resident Evil doucher.
Yep.
Dustin, you mentioned penetration. I have to hear your fucking pitch.
No,
That's
mine's
all it
not
takes.
that cool. I mean, if I could find a way to shoehorn in something like that, I would, but there's no penetration in this comic, but it is Kingdom Come, the one that I picked on the unaired episode. It's essentially where in the future, down the line, the world's greatest superheroes have all retired and called it quits, and there's this new generation that comes in, but they keep fucking up, and then there's a big disaster where millions of people are simultaneously obliterated. So Superman finally decides to don the cape again. He comes back. Well, in the meanwhile, Batman has still been in Gotham, and he's actually created a whole robot army to patrol the streets. So he's ruling kind of as a totalitarian. And Superman comes back, and he wants the Justice League to police the world. So you kind of have their ideologies conflicting. Then you have Lex Luthor, the real one, the giant muscly kingpin-looking motherfucker. He has like an Illuminati organization that he's helping pull the strings to set up certain events to sway public opinion to hate the superheroes. And so you have all these factions kind of posturing for position. You have Batman and Superman butting heads philosophically, and Batman, of course, always trying to outsmart Superman. Wonder Woman takes kind of the center stage because she realizes that Superman, whose team she's on, his ideas are kind of too archaic for the modern age, so she steps up and takes control. And it's a really fascinating story that when you boil it down is all about personal philosophies, and it's all shown through the eyes of this preacher who is time traveling with an angel who's showing him that the Book of Revelation was actually talking about superheroes, and so that's a really neat tie-in, and it's the most well-written comic book I've ever read. And I would have Lars von Trier direct it so he would show a penetration shot, and I would have Henry Cavill play Superman, but with slightly aged makeup, because they make it a point to talk about how he doesn't age nearly as harshly as anyone else. And this is kind of a weird one, but I would have Robert De Niro play aged Batman, because that's exactly who it looks like in the actual comics. And he has that kind of old grit and that kind of sly sense of wisdom to him. So it'd be an interesting casting choice, I think. It'd pull people in to see him portraying a Batman, and I don't know.
I like it. I like Kingdom Come, and it's already got the word "come" in the title, so it could be like Kingdom Come, CUM, a Triple X parody.
There you go, triple anal again. AIDS.
It could be Batman in her asshole, Superman in her asshole, and the Flash.
I want to see someone shove her magic lasso up her ass and pull it out of her mouth, and then use it like floss.
Oh, they could play jump rope with her body.
Okay, god damn.
This sounds like an awesome movie.
I'd buy
That
that for
part
$1.
doesn't.
Wait, why does it sound awesome, Dion?
I like porn where fucking items don't go up assholes and out of mouths. No.
But this isn't porn. This is a science fiction fantasy film with fictional
If
characters.
you shove a lasso up Wonder Woman's ass and then use it to floss her teeth, the other end, it becomes a porn.
It's
That's
called
what
art.
it takes to become a porn.
Oh, is that what's called art? Well,
So all the
called
stuff
art.
I've watched doesn't have that scene. So I've never watched porn in my life.
Apparently
I've just
not.
watched people fucking,
Yep.
but there's no lassos up anuses, so it's not
No,
porn.
through
So I could show that.
anuses.
So I could take your definition of porn, keep that out of a school. But what I thought was porn, I could show to everybody because it's not porn, right?
that has nothing to do with there's
That's
a
our-
lasso
That's our
up
entire
her ass
discussion.
and flossing her teeth. I'm not talking about what I think is porn. It's the fucking fact that there's a lasso up her ass. It's coming out the mouth, and that is outside of the realm of giving
That
me a
is incorrect.
And I want for right after Batman and Superman simultaneously dump their loads on Wonder Woman's lasso-ridden face, I want Superman to focus his lasers right on her clit and blow her clit off, giving her the ultimate sensation before she ultimately bleeds to death.
I forgot that Dustin likes anime, so now this all makes sense to me.
See, if I was writing this movie, my twist ending would be that every time Superman comes, he flies around the world and reverses it, so it's an endless cum shot on her face. So the last 20 minutes is just the same cum shot over and over. And maybe every 5 seconds...
Was that Dustin's ending?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. After he blows her clit off with his lasers, he flies up into space and spins around every square inch of the stratosphere coming. So essentially the end of the movie is just a simultaneous rain of semen upon the whole Earth. And the Earth is flooded in Superman's
You pretty much just have Superman facing the camera and jizzing on it.
Ugh.
I think Henry Cavill will say yes to that.
I think he has the range.
Second and or third attempt has gone down in flames.
Looks like we'll have to next week.
We'll try it again for attempt 3 or 4.
And I didn't tell you the best part. Didn't show
Going.
With today's modern technology, we can add a whole new dimension to the viewing experience. So along with this Blu-ray that you buy, it's going to come with a special device you hook to your TV. So in the final scene, when Superman is finally, jizzing, he aims it at the camera,
face.
And that little box that's attached to your TV will spray. It'll come right on your face, so you feel like you're there.
I was hoping you would say 5D experience where, we could see the laser hitting Wonder Woman's crotch and making it explode right there in the screen.
And then you get sprayed with it. You can get AIDS from the blood in the box.
Hey, look, AIDS made it back to the episode.
Oh, damn, this episode is a train wreck. I don't even know if I can go next.
Never go after Dustin.
It's like never going ass to mouth. You never go after Dustin.
It's like never letting Joel talk. It's perfect that way.
Wonder Woman's going ass to mouth with her lasso, so.
Oh, I love how Dion's so offended, yet he's probably slightly aroused.
No, offended. I'm not offended. I'm just like, this is about an hour and 40 minutes in, and the highlight of the show is lasso to ass to mouth, and then exploding clitori and coming all over the earth.
Wait, she has more than one?
You don't know Wonder Woman.
I hope so.
I don't. She's a Wonder Woman. I'm just gonna go quick then, because my movie does not contain ejaculations or exploding clitori or.
So your movie sounds normal.
There's no triple anal, which is a real letdown, because to see Mary Jane get plowed by Vermin, Spider-Man, and Kraven the Hunter would be a scene for all ages.
Right. Imagine her getting fucked by Doc Ock, all of his arms.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, that would... Damn it.
That might actually be a pretty good hentai.
Shit, yeah, it would be.
Which I'm sure that's the idea that Dustin got it from.
The movie would start with Alfred Molina coming out of the fucking Hudson River, and he's
and
like...
they'd be dubbed in Japanese.
Yeah, he's like, subtitle, pussy. And then it shows him...
Mary Jane sign.
It shows him walking
Benny
down...
Johnson.
Just walking to downtown. Peter and Mary Jane are fucking shopping, and all of a sudden he knocks.
No, they're
out...
eating sushi.
Okay, fine. They're eating sushi, and all of a sudden Doc Ock knocks out Peter with his tentacle, and then grabs Mary Jane and takes her to the fucking Daily Bugle, and just one tentacle for each hole. It's that fourth one that he's like beating J. Jonah Jameson with. Yeah, he's jerking off J. Jonah Jameson.
He's beating him off.
I was like, whoa, Jeff, what the fuck?
And then Spider-Man comes to save the day, but then he sees how much pleasure Mary Jane's getting from this experience.
And he walks into her.
So he walks off a building and kills himself. And it just ends with the Spider-Man theme playing really slow. That's not my movie, by the way. My movie pitch...
Damn it, God.
My real movie pitch is Kraven's Last Hunt. I'll be quick. Imagine a dark Spider-Man movie. And I don't mean dark in the vein of, like, angsty, teen-ridden bullshit like The Amazing Spider-Mans 1 and 2. I'm talking like an actual dark Spider-Man film that deals with dark topics and that actually all takes place at night. The movie would start out with Spider-Man dying, essentially. The viewer would think Spider-Man's dead. And the film would be Kraven the Hunter assuming the mantle of Spider-Man. And I guess since a lot of people would be uninitiated with this actual storyline, I guess we could start it out in the day. Or we could just start out where Spider-Man first meets Kraven, explain their backstory, then go into this story, because Spider-Man's the greatest prey that the Kraven never caught. Then eventually he does catch Spider-Man, and since there's nothing left to do, he kills himself. So they could be a really cool, dark, psychological movie that deals with mental illness isn't a supervillain, and instead of the hero defeating him with a big punch or, stopping his plan, the villain just kills himself because there's nothing left to achieve. And then the movie could end with Spider-Man fighting Vermin, and then there could be a sunrise, and the dawn could symbolize the beginning of Spider-Man's new life or whatever. There's no ejaculations.
I have a question. Is there sex?
In the comic there is. So sure, we could put a sex scene. I mean,
Dustin wins.
Once Peter Parker, well, you don't get to decide that. The audience does. But I think my Spider-Man, hentai, suicide, whatever, is a really good close second. Maybe could win, depending on what you're into.
How many issues did this original story take place over?
Maybe 5 or 6.
It sounds fascinating, actually.
It's the best Spider-Man story ever written. I've read most of the Spider-Man stories ever written, and it's by far my favorite and the best. I mean, people will go, "Oh, the kid who collects Spider-Man's a great story." Well, that's really just a backup story. There's other epic Spider-Man stories like the night Gwen Stacy died, but we've already seen that in 2 films, essentially. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry, it was Dan. Yeah, well, that's I'm.
So who do you have directing and acting in it?
For acting, I'm gonna stick with this new Tom Holland kid because I would like this to be a continuation of the current Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess for Kraven the Hunter, I could see if he was. I mean, if he wasn't playing Aquaman, Jason Momoa looks the part, but I don't think he's a good actor.
So Kraven's about that age. He's about 30s.
Yeah, he's older for sure. Maybe even in his 40s, actually. I mean, if The Rock had hair and was a decent actor, The Rock could pull it off, but I don't think The Rock has that kind of range. He just has the look. Right. And then I don't know who would direct it. Maybe like a Guillermo del Toro or somebody, because the movie, the book takes place at night, in the dark, in the rain. It's really atmospheric, and I think del Toro has that ability to pull off that type of atmosphere. It would be really... just a really interesting story. And then you could have Kraven Spider-Man do some shit too, so that's my pitch. Finally somebody will get to hear it.
Right, so fans, you have either I don't even remember what Dion's was about.
You have 2 normal stories and Dustin.
And Spider-Man 4 the hentai.
That's what I said, and Dustin.
No, but I pitched 2 movies.
You said you weren't pitching that one.
I lied. I want porno all the time, every day. Dion, what are you putting your beer on?
On this random bar stool.
Oh, okay, the stool, because I know your living room setup. I'm like, that wouldn't sit on that fucking leg rest.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, I need to get out of my head.
You're good. We're friends.
So anyway, fans, you guys are awesome. Comment section, tell us who won this week's debate. Is it Dion, who's sexy as hell but has shitty ideas? Is it Jeff, who's the man with a plan? And that's...
I'm not going to fucking take gut from the dude who has exploding clitorises on his...
Well, what kind of shit are you into? Just normal one-on-one?
What kind of come over and you'll find out.
No, what kind of porn do you watch, Dion?
I watch a lot of stuff, different types of porn. But yeah, I mainly do go with male-female, one-on-one.
What do they look like? Describe them to me.
They look like 2 people who don't have exploding clitorises.
Well, because the man doesn't have a clitoris. And if I see exploding dicks or balls in a movie, I'm done.
I'm out.
Well, the woman that he's fucking doesn't have an exploding one either.
So she doesn't have a time bomb in her clitoris?
No. Or lasers that randomly just show up and go zzz, pop.
Yeah, because the lasers and Superman sure don't go together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus is right.
Jesus is in this now? Fuck.
You know what, let's just... Go ahead, Dustin.
I was going to say, speaking of our fans, though, Jeff, you said you had some fan mail, some comments you wanted to read?
I do. We'll change up the pace. We'll go into our fan mail, and then we'll end with a train wreck of the week, which is really bizarre. But it fits with our...
Because the rest of this episode's been fucking normal.
It's not about AIDS, but it's about sex and self-pleasure. But back to our fans, which we really appreciate to everyone that listens to our show each week. This is concerning the Rogue One trailer. These are a few comments. From our buddy Smith No Mates. You can bet your ass that Disney will get hate from SJWs at some point because the only Asian guy is a martial artist in the trailer. It seems like we're going back to the Power Rangers style of diversity, except this time, white men can only be bad guys. Well, joke's on you. Imperials are and always have been cooler than the filthy rebels. And that came from Smith No Mates. And now we got a new fan, very dedicated, Ihab Kamel. He said, I have given up on Star Wars. Taken up reading the Shakespearean adaptation of the original film so far, it makes for a good reading. I agree that Ewan McGregor was excellent casting choice for Obi-Wan. Also, the prequels tried to add something extra by showing the rise of the Empire and how Darth Vader came to be. Execution was flawed, as we all know, which is more than can be said about Episode 7, and I expect the same for the upcoming film as well. J.J. Abrams has got to be the most overrated director of all time. The lightsaber duel at the end of the Phantom Menace was pretty neat. At the end of the day, another great episode, guys. Interesting music number at the end.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Satan. That's what he's talking about. Satan. This comes from Von Jog Vlog. I just don't care about Star Wars anymore. Thanks, Disney. Von Jog Blog, whatever. If you listen
Jean Valjean?
Yeah. If you listen to this episode, you'll know how I feel again. Wallace YT commented, guys, I would talk the same way like you because we have the same opinion. Thanks, it would be awesome to make a video with you. Well, Wallace, like I told you in the comment section, we are exploring the possibilities of live streaming. Once we build a bigger audience, we would love to do this show live and have fans call in on Skype and, you could tell us what you think about the show. It would be like a live stream thing on Twitch minus the gaming because at the end of the day, watching somebody else play a video game defeats the purpose of a video game. We got more on Star Wars. This has been a really successful episode. This comes from Jedi Acolyte 2. Sorry, Jedi Acolyte 2-2. This movie is about rebels stealing the Death Star plans. Didn't Kyle Katarn steal the Death Star plans as well as Bria Farron and her crew? I mean, seriously, play Dark Forces or read Rebel Dawn. Well, Jedi Acolyte, you're a good Star Wars fan, and you know that the original canon is no longer canon, so it's just Disney's way of stealing your money. All of it. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a troll account, but the guy does make valid points. So if you, sir, Cletus Speckler, are not a troll account, then I agree with everything you say. And if you are a troll account, well, goddammit, you're entertaining. Kathleen Kennedy and her progressive feminist agenda to empower women are ruining the Star Wars universe. See, women can kick ass too. In fact, women can learn to fly and fix the Millennium Falcon, fight with lightsabers, and use the Force quicker and better than men. Don't get me wrong, women can be badass too, see Alien, but at least try to make them believable, not unrealistic, but unrealistic, emotionless, and invincible. Killing machines like Rey from The Force Awakens. Then Spy Fiction 12 commented back, Cletus Spuckler, Disney has a PC feminist agenda to advance, so they're going to use these Star Wars movies just to do that. It's feminist pandering, unrealistic, and when you see it, you just cringe. And the new girl in the trailer, she's not realistic. Little girl trying to act tough. Shit, emotionless and some kind of invincible fighting machine. Taking out multiple stormtroopers at once. Beating them up with barehanded and batons. Ridiculous and stupid. So, that was the comments from our Star Wars Rogue One trailer episode. Dustin, did you listen to that episode?
I did. I actually really enjoyed it.
What did you think of Dan's impression of you?
Spot on. He didn't say
so.
cunt enough, but he was close.
I swear, when I was doing it, I was like, holy shit, I just hear Dustin talking right now.
Now, don't you feel empowered when you act like
that? No.
Oh. Well, something we do on this show every week is laugh. Laugh at inappropriate AIDS jokes, laugh at inappropriate exploding clitori. But
nothing is inappropriate.
But we did have an appropriate episode to laugh at. It is our Top 10 Comedies episode. Dan, you were there for it.
I wasn't I? Holy shit.
Our buddy from the show, Todd Howard, the artist formerly known as Straight White Christian Male, commented that even though our list was great, none of those got shit on Scooby-Doo WrestleMania. Todd, I'm going to have to take your word for it.
I will never watch that.
Our buddy Ihab Kamel commented again, awesome list. I would add Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, any of the Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor films, Dr. Strangelove, Blues Brothers, and Grosse Point Blank. And remember, you don't mess with the Jesus. Well, Ihab Kamel, I love Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor films are great. Don't really do Dr. Strangelove. I love the Blues Brothers, and Grosse Point Blank is really fucking funny. What do you guys think about those movies?
Love Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Did you guys put Big Lebowski on your list? I can't remember.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Number 5, right in the middle, sir.
Okay. Did you guys put Clerks 2 on there?
No. Kevin Smith did not make that list.
Mm.
We'll do a World Class Bullshitters. What we should do is we should all come up with a top 10 comedy list and try to come up with a master list of what we think are the best 10 comedies across the board.
Like a point system like we did for films of 2015?
Yes.
I like that.
Down for that.
Because I think while we all like comedy, what we consider funny would be vastly different from one another. Except,
Plus, more
Dan, I
people.
think you and I would have, a similar episode, or similar tastes.
More people, better variety.
True. Speaking of jokes, did you guys hear that the 21 Jump Street Men in Black crossover is official?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
MIB 23, right?
Yeah, isn't that a shit idea?
Yeah, I thought they were joking when they first announced it in the Sony email hacks. I thought that was a fabrication, but the fact that it's real is weird.
Sony's a joke of a company. Listeners out there, if you guys got the time and you want to shit more on Ghostbusters, the joke remake, look up a channel called Midnight's Edge. They do excellent work. They're a smart world-class bullshitters. They just go into why this new Ghostbusters movie is a joke, and they bring all kinds of facts and statistics and charts and graphs, and they make good math jokes. So you should check them out. Midnight's Edge. I love them personally. I'm going to tell the rest of the guys on the show to check them out, too.
I love that statement. They're a smart world-class bullshitter.
They don't talk about exploding pussies and bleeding assholes and all that.
We've only done that once.
I don't know.
They use the word kike on a regular basis.
No.
Okay.
Have they ever called somebody a cunt?
Maybe. Of course somebody has in their real life.
Wait. Do they have a 7th grade reading level?
Shut up. Listener of the show, Matthew Gogolin, who's commented a few times, says, guys, check out The Great Outdoors and Funny Farms. Well, Matthew Gogolin, I own The Great Outdoors. I've seen it about 20 times. I love it. And Funny Farm is a good Chevy Chase movie. Kind of depressing, but hey, that's Chevy Chase's life.
Great Outdoors is a good movie.
The only thing I don't like about The Great Outdoors is that stupid fucking score. Like, ba-ba-ba-bum, that randomly plays throughout.
Yeah, that gets annoying.
But it is the debut of Fat Dan Aykroyd.
Which is bittersweet.
See, you go from Ghostbusters, which is the last skinny Dan Aykroyd movie, to Great Outdoors, which is the first fat Dan Aykroyd movie. But who cares, because Dan Aykroyd has a lot of money and a hot wife, and he wins.
And that's all that matters.
True. It's very true.
And he's a good dude in real life, so hey, Dan Aykroyd, world-class bullshitter, salute you. Even though your punk ass is in the new Ghostbusters movie.
Dan Aykroyd, please send us a bottle of your tequila.
Does he still host that blues show every Sunday?
I don't have cable, so I don't know.
No, I mean on like rock radio stations, at least around here, he has his own blues show that he does, but he goes by a fake name.
Because you can't tell Dan Aykroyd's voice.
No, I've never even heard of that until right now.
You should actually try to look it up. It's actually interesting because sometimes he'll have Dan Aykroyd as a special guest, so he'll interview himself.
Man, that's an exclusive guest right there. He's hard to get a hold of.
Now, there's one fan that we haven't talked about. Jeff, do you mind if I bring up Christopher Ritz?
Please.
I hope he chokes on dog shit. Now, this faggot has only commented on 1 or 2 videos, but it is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. He is just a vile, I dare say pedophile. I bet he's fucked a 14-year-old Vietnamese boy.
That's oddly specific.
So only 2 steps below you.
And you know what? Why the fuck does he care where Joel is?
Not only is he a terrible human being, he has bad taste, which is a bigger crime.
Motherfucker.
So he and Dion get along great. Christopher Ritz.
Jeez.
That went well.
Well, hold on. We have actually one more fan that wrote in. I'd like to mention him. His name is Silverwings21. He goes, I also got Wayne's World, the VHS from McDonald's. Also have 2 VHSs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the cartoon from Burger King. Do you guys have many of those fast food videotapes left? Or do you remember getting them?
Oh, yeah.
I remember getting them. Yeah, I don't have any of them left.
I will always love McDonald's because that's how I got into Back to the Future.
Nice.
Did you guys ever watch Carmen Sandiego back when it was on?
Hell yeah, I did.
I want to know, where in the world is Noah R?
Yeah!
Right?
He has not been commenting on our videos. We lost some subscribers and gained a whole bunch new. I hope Noah R wasn't one we lost.
Where on earth can he be? Tell me where.
I'm assuming he's from the UK. I could be wrong. He's probably from, like, New Mexico or some random place in America. But I'm going to throw out that he's from the UK. That's my guess. And he's on holiday in Germany.
Some of our best fans are from the UK.
I say he's from Nicaragua.
Lake Titicaca? Yeah, I think a lot of our good fans are from the UK. It's cool that we got, people from all over the world that listen to us. We're not just a Midwest show.
Yeah.
Because if we had
across the pond, man.
If we were a Midwest show, people would want to hear us bitch about, black people, how we love guns and Walmart and chili.
So we would have Phil say everything.
This would be the Dr. Phil show.
And how does that make you feel?
Suicidal. The thought of that could be World Class Bullshitters. And speaking of suicidal thoughts and rage, the train wreck of the week is amazing.
I love that transition. I can't wait now.
Florida man to cops. Masturbating makes me feel like destroying stuff. A good lawyer will work to get him off. Well, when you put it that way, a Florida man accused of vandalizing a home in Largo allegedly told police he was masturbating to loud music when he suddenly felt like going out and destroying stuff. The Largo Police Department got a call Friday about a man smashing a mailbox. Responding officers arrived at the home and found the man, later identified as William Timothy Anderson Thomas. Wow, that's a long-ass name. Shirtless and covered in dirt. According to the Palm Beach Post, officers also noticed a flattened trailer tire, a broken window, and a real estate sign and a garden angel were demolished. Officer said Thomas admitted causing the destruction. They claim he told them he had listened to too much music and masturbated too much and felt like going out and destroying stuff. Police.
Wait, where is this at again?
Largo, Florida.
Yeah.
Never mind, it's completely explained.
Yep, Florida.
Police did
fucking insane people.
Police did not know what music Thomas was listening to before the incidents. We at Huffington Post suspect it was Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, simply because it would have been so appropriate. The 25-year-old self-pleasure was taken to the Pinellas County jail, if I could speak, and he's been charged with burglary and criminal mischief. He remains behind bars at $7,000 bond. Listeners, if you would like to donate to Mr. Timothy Thomas Anderson, fuck this guy. Don't jerk off in public, guys.
Now, does anybody have any other clues as to what he might have been listening to?
Comment below and let us know if you can guess what song he was jerking off to. Funny.
I say Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth.
Ooh.
My guess is My Heart Will Go On.
The Cops theme.
I'm going to go with Stairway to Heaven. That's a nice long song. And I don't like to be quick
But
on jerking.
do you feel like masturbating after hearing that?
No, I feel like masturbating during it.
Ah.
On the road, I'm ever down, blah, blah, blah. You know.
When he starts talking about Satan, and you're just like, oh.
Dustin, what song would you jerk it to? Or would you think he's jerking it to?
I was trying to think of songs I've masturbated to. I got nothing. I'm so sorry.
LaRue, Bulletproof.
Anything by Ricky Martin, that's what Dustin masturbates to.
Livin' La Vida Stroca.
So one song.
Well, there's a country song where he's like, get a little mud on the tires. And I swear to God, he's talking about anal sex.
Can we look up that song for next week's episode?
There you go.
5 seconds.
What do you guys have anything else you'd like to add before we put this baby to bed?
I
got nothing.
Dan, do you ever have anything?
Every once in a while.
And it's usually a good once in a while, too.
Exactly, so it's worth me waiting for.
Make it more often, man. We want to hear you say the word cunt a lot.
Cunt. Cunt, cunt, cunt. Cunt.
Speaking of, Grace Randall, she's one of them. But anyway, we'll save that for another show.
Bitch cunts. Whores. Cunt. Is that better?
That's your quota for the month. So in May, you have to start it again.
How many do I have to say?
I don't know. I want you to always be progressing and being a better person. Oh, and by the way,
should take the sound clip of him doing that and turn it into a techno song and use that for the opening.
Please do.
While overlaying other people's quotes on top for the lyrics.
That'd be beautiful.
Cunt.
We can re-record this at another time if you need it.
Oh, we will. We might have to be in the same room for it. I'll try not to laugh.
Good luck.
Dustin, do you have any more lascivious thoughts to share with the listeners?
Trying to think of what porn I watched today and what other things I could suggest, but I only made it through one video about 38 seconds in before I dumped a load, so you got your one for today.
Is your hemorrhoids still acting up?
Oh, they're gone.
Our listeners care.
They'll be back.
Now, I've always been afraid that I'll get them from sitting on the toilet too long and reading too many comics, so...
No, what it comes from is just poor diet, like I have, constant wiping, strenuous pushing.
How constant are you wiping your ass?
Dick in the ass.
Wipes, man. I suggest
for whatever reason, the past few weeks, I've been shitting a lot, and it's not like it's all spray or all hard. It's like back and forth. So I have the hard ones coming through, kind of making those micro tears. Then I'm spraying shit out, so you're going to get the little speckles inside, and then, of course, that callus is over, and you get your hemorrhoids.
Flushable wipes. That's my suggestion.
Oh, see that? See, I hooked up to the sewer here in the city, and that clogs it up, and you can get fined for that. So
How do they know it comes from you, though?
when they come, like if you get backed up and you have to call somebody to come fix it, all they have to do is look inside your sewer line and go, "Oh, there's a bunch of wipes here."
Well, the flushable ones get the ones that deteriorate. And
They don't. There's no such thing as a deteriorating wipe. They say they are, but they don't actually.
Somebody watches Adam Ruins Everything.
Couldn't you just sue Charmin then for telling you they're flushable and then they don't flush?
I suppose my dad, he's the head of the Department of Public Works here in Otsego, and so when he was helping me with my sewer line, he explained to me all the stuff about it. So.
Well, I guess you should just start shitting outside then.
Use the leaves, bruh.
That would put poison ivy in his anus.
Would it be worse than hemorrhoids?
Nothing.
Only he would know.
Okay, well, Dion?
Well, with that awesome note, all I can say is shit and get up.
Words to live by. Well, this has been a phenomenally off-kilter episode. It started out with the greatest of intentions, and it devolved into
normal shit.
Men talking about buttholes.
And AIDS.
So, AIDS. AIDS is the common theme. AIDS and Star Wars. Episode 7 is the AIDS of Star Wars. Anyway, we are World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. You can find us on Twitter using the hashtag WCBS. Find us on our Facebook page and email us at worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I'm the man with the plan and the original tan. Hey, 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 watch hentai every day.
Do you really?
No. I do enjoy it, though.
It's okay. I've learned in our friendship over the last 8 years just not to ask certain questions.
Well, it's not the thing I watch the most. Every once in a while I watch it.
Yeah, it is.
I do not watch hentai. It's so poorly animated that I can't enjoy the sex part. The artist in me is going like, come on, man. That doesn't even look good, you know? Why can't they get a good studio to animate this sex scene? Like, get Miyazaki to... Studio Ghibli cum shots is what I've been waiting for.
Why are you asking so much? It's animated people fucking.
It's art, all right? Hold my art to a high standard.
They got blue hair, but you're worried about that doesn't look real enough for me. Those tits are way too big.
Hey, they can never...
There's no such thing.
Dustin.
Yes, the wife hasn't put out in 5 weeks, Trump 2016.
God damn.
Dude. It's almost like you're a born-again virgin.
I'm about to go on a masturbation rage and break a bunch of fucking mailboxes.
Go to Florida, you'll be innocent.
Save it for next year's WrestleMania trip. Just burn down the fucking condo. Make sure Phil has put the deposit in his name and go on a masturbation rage and just shit and burn everything.
I'm just going to run in the ring when John Cena's about to win the title and shark him.
I would pay money to see that.
We will pay money to see that. We'll be there.
We'll film that for the listeners. If you ever want to see, one, what we look like, just go watch our trailer. There's pictures of us in it. And two, if you want to see Dustin's erect wiener shooting loads of hot jism on John Cena's face, watch WrestleMania.
Go to Pornhub.
Oh, go to Pornhub.
Don't forget though, Cody Lane, Blue Room, do the one with no music.
What can we expect from that?
Just you have to watch it for yourself.
Is Cody Lane a man or a female?
You're gonna find out.
I'm so tempted. I'm gonna find out right now.
Oh shit!
And I want you guys to hear my reaction.
Good
deal.
So it's Pornhub.
Yep. Go to Pornhub.
Wow, Pornhub is in my search history. Now, what am I looking up?
Cody Lane.
Yeah, really. It's in my search history. Whoa, who put that here?
Well, stop the presses. Water is wet. Jeff uses Pornhub.
Actually, I don't watch a lot of Pornhub. It's other Blue Room.
Yes. And then you can skip around. I forget how long the video is. I never make it very long anyway.
Water is wet.
That
just
sounds
look
like
at
your life.
Oh my god! I'm just watching the. Wow! I'm not even watching the video. You know, if you put your little cursor over the thing, it like plays through it. God, she looks wrecked. Ew, gross. I don't even know if I need to watch this at this point. I pretty much.
I think you do. You're already
Now
this far.
we know why the wife hasn't put out in 5 weeks.
It's 20. So she's getting choked.
Yep. Like I said, you can skip around, get the whole.
She looks like the kind of girl that would be like late for class and fail an exam, and she's trying to cry to the teacher.
Yep, and this is how she's getting her A.
This is how she's getting a B+.
Why is she squealing like a pig? Oh, because there's a dick in her mouth. Okay.
That's a good reason.
Jesus, there's just too much man ass in this video, though.
That explains why Dustin loves it so much.
I wish there was a camera so I could see Jeff's reaction, because I bet it's hilarious.
I would say, viewers, make sure you check it out for yourselves. Comment on how you thought they did as an art film.
If you're under the age of 18, do it anyway.
Well, I mean,
and then comment below where Dustin should commit his mass shooting, since he brought it up last week, 2 weeks ago.
I did not bring that up. She's on it.
You did.
Wait, so
Jesus
now we're
Christ,
gonna add
what the
line. We're gonna add line to your repertoire. I did not bring that up.
I'm still watching this, by the way.
I noticed. I heard you yell Jesus Christ.
You're a true patriot.
You sent me an image, and I'm terrified. Please screenshot.
Oh, but yeah, fans, comment and make sure to subscribe. We're over the 350 mark. We couldn't do it without you guys. And then next week, what's that?
I just realized that.
It's a good thing we don't edit that shit.
Hey,
You're welcome, America.
I never said we were a
UK.
show for children.
You're welcome, America, UK, Canada, Mexico, Nicaragua, and all them other places that might or might not watch us.
Thank you, Dan. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
Do not call me a gentleman.
And at the end of the day, we're all about family entertainment.
just depends where your family lives.
Phobia against family entertainment.
And if they just wreck chicks named Cody.
Apparently.
Cody is not a good-looking girl, by the way. Just putting it out there.
Well, let the viewers find out for themselves. And next week, I'll give you the backstory to that video and see if it changes your perspective.
Something to look forward to.
Please don't. Please don't.